Okay. What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet, y'all. But this once, and I appreciate you anyway. RIP to Deja Hood. This is first of all, this is something that I don't know the full story about. People was tagging me in this in like a couple like of her pictures and stuff like that, and then somebody actually sent me this video and stuff like that. They were like, Dev, you got to react to it, you got to do something about it. We need to know more. From what I've gathered, she was with a group of friends, and he apparently stole her life, stole her damn life. And these are the sad things that happens, that tends to happen in our community. And it needs to, I've been saying it for long, but it needs to stop. It should have been stopped, but it needs to stop, man. It really, really needs to stop, man. Let's get into this video. I couldn't help but notice that this video was like 10 minutes long. We'll see how everything goes. If I can actually get a reaction to the full video in its entirety. And stuff like that, but let's get into it.
My heart just dropped because it was just so unexpected. And then the way she went was like uncalled for, like she didn't deserve that.
Deja Hood was missing for a day until Tyler police found her lifeless body. Deja was killed by someone she considered a friend.
I know for a fact whatever he did to her, she had a strong fight.
This is the story of Deja Hood, a vibrant and caring 18-year-old from Tyler, Texas with dreams, a nurturing spirit, and a loving heart. However, tragedy struck when Deja went missing after spending time with friends. Deja would later be discovered brutally murdered, with one of her close friends confessing to the horrific crime. Her untimely death sent shockwaves through her community, and the unbelievable reason her friend provided for taking her life would shock all of those who knew and loved her, and would even shock the detectives working on the case. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Tyler, Texas. Tyler is a city nestled in the heart of East Texas. This city's welcoming atmosphere and friendly residents reflect the warm spirit of Texas, making it a place where neighbors become friends, and hospitality is a way of life. 18-year-old Deja Shanice Hood, a resident of Tyler, Texas, was a remarkable individual, known for her caring nature and the strong bond she shared with her family and friends. Deja had a heart that overflowed with love and compassion, often adopting a maternal role among her friends. Her caring disposition extended to everyone she met. Aspiring to carve out a career for herself, Deja had a passion for hairstyling, wig installations, and experimenting with various creative pursuits. She was a young woman brimming with ambition and a desire to make her mark in the world. However, tragedy struck when Deja went missing after venturing out on a Monday to spend time with friends. Her disappearance sent her family and friends into a state of panic and despair. It was uncharacteristic of her not to respond to calls or let people know where she was, prompting her mother, Lakita Jordan, to contact the Tyler police in a desperate bid to find her daughter. Alarming concerns arose when she failed to return home and remained unresponsive to calls and text messages from concerned family members. Her loved ones reported her missing at 12:40 a.m. on Tuesday. Included in the group of friends that Deja went out with was 19-year-old Jamaurea Britton. The following day, Tuesday at around 1 p.m., officers arrived at Britton's apartment to question him. When police first arrived at his apartment, officers said they noticed the word "loser" spray painted on the wall of his entryway. Britton stated that his ex-girlfriend had sprayed the paint a few days prior. Upon further examination of the spray paint marks, officers observed a red substance resembling a saturated blood spot within the carpet's fibers. Britton subsequently explained that the bloodstain originated from his dog, citing a recent medical problem the animal had experienced. The situation took a horrifying turn when they uncovered Deja Hood's lifeless body. She had been concealed within trash bags, securely bound with tape, and wrapped in a bedsheet, all behind the Holly Tree Apartments complex in the creek bed where Britton resided. Britton initially provided a conflicting account of the events leading up to Deja's disappearance. Britton claimed that on the day in question, he had picked up Deja at her apartment and a 1-year-old child she was caring for, intending to seek her assistance in packing up his apartment so that he could move. Britton's account continued with Deja briefly leaving his apartment to engage in a conversation with someone in a black Chevrolet pickup. Upon her return, Britton claimed that Deja informed him that she intended to leave, taking the child with her. While speaking to investigators, Britton eventually admitted to the murder of his friend Deja and the subsequent disposal of her remains. He stated that he had been dealing with feelings of anger before the murder. He provided a detailed and disturbing account of the heinous acts he had committed, shedding light on the nightmarish circumstances surrounding Deja Hood's tragic demise. Britton told investigators that while Deja and the child were at his apartment, he was in the kitchen alone, thinking about his ex-girlfriend and the breakup. Britton admitted to a fit of uncontrollable rage, which led him to brutally assault Deja, using an object to beat her and strangling her. His anger, he claimed, was triggered when Deja playfully tugged at his ear in a manner reminiscent of his ex-girlfriend. Believing Deja to be deceased, Britton contemplated ending himself with a gun in hand, but an unexpected knock at his door by a neighbor interrupted his plan. Desperate to conceal the crime scene, Britton disguised the situation from the visitor, claiming he was fine. Britton said he then drove the child back to Deja's mother's apartment before returning to his own apartment. In a shocking revelation, Britton disclosed that he discovered Deja was still alive upon his return. In a gruesome act, he allegedly stabbed her with a kitchen knife, before wrapping her lifeless body in layers of trash bags, tape, and a bedsheet. Britton then disposed of Deja's remains by tossing them over a fence and attempting to conceal them beneath a layer of leaves. Investigators made a critical discovery when they observed Britton's vehicle, parked nearby, which revealed a muddy shoe and latex gloves, matching the kind found near the ravine, where Deja's body was ultimately discovered by a Tyler police officer, concealed behind a safety fence. Jamaurea Britton now faces a charge of murder and has been booked into the Smith County Jail, with a bond set at $1 million.
18.
First of all, how did he even get a bond? Number one, my bad. I stop and go, but I was just trying to soak it all in because, again, like I said, I was reading the comments, I was reading the article, I'm reading the captions that people has been posting about these videos and her pictures and stuff like that. So I'm just still trying to gather everything up. I'm still trying to understand what happened. So you're upset, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. He was upset because him and his ex broke up. This has to be lies. He was upset that him and his ex broke up. She came over to help him move with a 1-year-old. Came over to help him move. She tugged on his ear playfully, same way his ex used to, and it just set him off. It just triggered him. And he started what he did to her, thinking she had passed. He takes the child, and thankfully nothing happened to the 1-year-old. Thank God. Wow. Because I'm thinking, okay, is he going to take the child next? Whatever. Nothing happened to the child. I didn't know there was a child there, but cool. Took the 1-year-old to the mom's house, dropped the 1-year-old off, drove back to the house, found out that she was still alive, and you figured you should just finish the job. Bro, what? First of all, he's saying, and assuming the police hasn't done so already, the police needs to interview his ex and figure out what's going on. He said the ex sprayed loser on his door or wall or whatever. I mean, did Deja do that? Or did your ex do it? We don't know. Was there some type of romantic relationship going on between him and her? We don't know. Was he trying to get into a romantic relationship with her and then prompted her to reject him and then he got mad about that? We don't know. And again, I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together because there's so much stuff that I was reading outside of here. Again, y'all, and trying to put 2 and 2 together. Reading from the articles, and I'll make sure to put the article in the description if I remember. Reading from the articles, reading from other people's captions that people that apparently allegedly knew her and was close to her that put up on Facebook, Instagram, and all those other things. So I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together, and I'm still like, bro, what the hell is going on? Let's keep going.
18-year-old Deja Hood was reported missing by her family on Monday. Yesterday, her body was found in a creek behind the Holly Tree apartment complex where her suspected killer was living.
Investigators say she was killed by someone she considered a friend.
Even though he's been arrested, there's still a lot of follow-up.
Jamaurea Britton is charged with murder in the death of Deja Hood. According to the arrest affidavit, he picked her up from her home and brought her to his apartment at the Holly Tree complex. Deja was babysitting a 1-year-old child who came with her to Britton's apartment. Britton told investigators he went into a fit of rage after Deja playfully tugged his ear, reminding him of his ex-girlfriend. The affidavit says he confessed to smashing her head with a wine bottle, choking her and hitting her with a hammer until the handle broke off. He says he left the scene to return the 1-year-old baby to Hood's house. When he returned to his apartment, he found Hood still alive. That's when he told police he stabbed her multiple times.
It was around just before 1 p.m. where they found the evidence behind one of the apartment buildings.
That evidence included footprints leading to her body, which was found wrapped up in a sheet in the creek behind the complex.
That led us to then take the suspect to the police department, where he was interviewed, and ultimately an arrest warrant was issued.
Investigators say they also found evidence in Britton's car matching evidence recovered near Deja's body.
It's a very traumatic thing that happened, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family.
This disturbing and tragic case has left the community grappling with shock.
And let me say this, gorgeous woman, young as hell. I think they said she was 18, 19, young as hell, promising career doing, you know, hair and everything else that she would have done in the future. And I say this all the time, mental health is real. Mental health illness, let me say, is real in the damn Black community. This man sounds like a, you know, again, I still don't understand fully what happened, but this, from what I've gathered, this man sounds like a dumbass. And I'm gonna try to keep it as PC as possible because I already know YouTube is gonna flag this video, so it is what it is. But this man sounds like a dumbass. Overly emotional ass B. I'm gonna call him the B because again, I already know YouTube gonna send me an email about this video. I already know. I can read the email now from YouTube sending me whatever. Overly emotional ass dude, and I hope that they give you the chair. Let me say it like that. I hope that they give it to you. You don't deserve to have taxpayers waste their dollars and their cents on you because you in damn prison. I'm trying to figure out how the hell he still got $1 million bond set. That's insane. I mean, I doubt he's not gonna be able to put 10% down. 10% is $100,000. I'm pretty sure he ain't got no $100,000. But still, just the fact that there's a possibility that he could still bond out, it's a little bit unsettling. Number one, I'm still trying to figure. I'm trying like, yo, you guys was able to. First of all, he lied about everything. Then he told y'all the truth, saying, "Oh, well, yeah, I did this and I did that, all because it reminded me of my ex." What? There has to have been more. I'm thinking, first of all, nothing justified what he did, first and foremost. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, was there some type of romantic relationship between them two? Number one, and then maybe they got into an argument where they set it off or whatever. Maybe they was in like some type of unofficial friends with benefits type of situation. Okay, cool. We have that point. Was it another point where he was madly in love with her and she kept him in the friend zone and he just got fed up and mad about it? I'm trying to figure out who the hell spray painted loser on his wall. I need to do a follow-up on this. I guarantee y'all I'm going to try my best to make sure I do a follow-up on this. As more details come out, I'm going to do the best that I can to do more updates on this because this is just crazy. Yo, overly emotional ass stole this woman's life, this young lady's life, in front of a 1-year-old. There's no coming back from this. You don't deserve to come back. The fact that they gave you $1 million bond is just like, bro, how in the hell? How? I say all that to say this, man. Listen, fellas, y'all need to get in check. You need to get in tune with your emotion. You need to be able to know how to handle your emotions. We don't know what really happened. We still trying to figure it out. What happened? All we know is he's alive. She's not. He took her life by doing a mixture of different damn things to her. Clearly, this beautiful woman was strong as hell because when he got back, she was still alive. She is a fighter. I'm sure she tried to do whatever she could to try to fight him off of her. And my condolences, deep ass condolences towards the damn family, to her friends, the people that knew her. Because this is crazy. What happened? Why did the neighbor knock, or whoever, why did the neighbor what prompted them to knock on the door? Did they hear fighting, shouting, screaming, banging? Why didn't they call the police? He said, oh, one of the neighbors came knocking at the door. He assured them that he was okay. Well, what prompted them to do that? Did they hear screaming? Did they hear shouting, banging? The 1-year-old baby crying? This is insane.
Shock and sorrow in the wake of Deja Hood's untimely death. Among those affected deeply by this heartbreaking loss was her best friend, Sarah Evans, who shared her memories of her close friend Deja, who she considered more like a sister.
Sarah Evans says they weren't just best friends, but they were more like sisters. She says Deja Hood was the most positive, genuine soul that will be missed by everyone.
A best friend's worst nightmare.
But it really just hurt my heart. It did. It hurt my heart that she had to sit there and suffer.
Sarah Evans still feels like she's in a dream after hearing reports of her best friend Deja Hood murdered on Tuesday.
I've been making it. I've just been asleep. Because every time I'm up, I think about it. I think about it every second of the day.
She doesn't want Deja to just be seen as a victim of violence, but wants the world to know the girl she's known since high school.
She's like a mom. She has a mom mentality, like 100%. Like she cared for everybody. She loved everybody.
Before her death, 18-year-old Deja Hood went to Sarah for everything, lately for career advice.
She liked doing hair, like installing wigs and stuff, coloring wigs. And she likes trying different stuff.
The relationship was effortless with good moments. Both girls planning to move and live in a big city like Houston one day. Dreams cut short in the hands of someone else.
He didn't only hurt her, he hurt a lot of people. He hurt a lot of people.
Deja's character and heart leaving a hole in Sarah's.
She had good intentions. She had only positive intentions on everybody.
At one point, Deja couldn't imagine life without Sarah as she gets ready to go to the Navy.
She was just like, she don't know what she's gonna do. She don't know who she's gonna talk to. And she was just really gonna miss me and stuff.
Now Sarah has to map out life without her best friend.
What happened to Deja Hood is a tragedy beyond words. She went over to a friend's house to help him move, and in return, he brutally took her life. This crime is unimaginable. Deja clearly trusted Britton, and would never think he was capable of harming her. She even brought a 1-year-old that was in her care at the time, to his home. There was no indication that she ever believed he was capable of harming her. She was thoughtful and caring and was lending a helping hand to a friend, while she was also busy trying to babysit a 1-year-old child. My condolences to her friends and family. She did not deserve what happened to her. May you continue to heal and one day find peace. Thanks for watching, and
Yeah, it's so sad, bro. So sad. And the things that I would love to say about this so-called B word, man, this man that took this young lady's life, I really want to go in and say a lot of derogatory and degrading words, but y'all don't understand, man. YouTube has had me in a chokehold within the last, I want to say year and some change now. I've been the back and forth between me and YouTube is just been so much. So it's not really too much I can say besides I despise him. I wish nothing but the worst for him, to him, while he's arrested. And I hope that it's not quick. I hope it's slow. I hope the pain that he endures is slow. Taking this damn young woman's life, number one, and doing this in front of a 1-year-old. I'm so happy that that he didn't do anything to the 1-year-old, but still. Oh, she tugged on my ear and it made me think of my ex. What? Please, yo, and I shouldn't even say this, but I wish we was able to bring back certain things from the old days. Like, I want him to be in a room with one of her family members and just let them get a go at it. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, just let them go. Please. Please. Bring back stones. Bring back, you know, all the, bro, what? You're that mentally disturbed, emotionally disturbed that you were, quote unquote, again, I still think that's a lie, but you were, quote unquote, set off because, oh, she tugged on my ear and she made me think of my ex. What does that have to do with her? Whether she knew or not, doesn't matter. What does that have to do with her? That doesn't justify anything that you've done to her. Nothing would, but, you know, I'm just saying. It doesn't justify anything. Explain to me. I mean, wow. R.I.P. to Miss Deja Hood. I mean, it's so sad, bro. So sad. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol so anytime the upload notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading all your comments, if any. So, until next time, please, man, be safe, Erica.